Here are 3 things that you already have in you in order for you to become successful. Now, I can't speak for everybody else, but I can speak for myself. Back then, I used to always think that I was broken, that something was missing, that I needed to be a certain someone, or I need to fix myself in order for me to become successful. But there are 3 things that we all already have that's within us in order for us to become successful. And we all have these 3 abilities already, and it's important for us to just be aware of it and just tap into this so that we can start achieving the things that we want to achieve. So number 1, the most important one is imagination. We all have an imagination, and it's very important for us to know and learn how to tap into our imagination and then also use our imagination as well. So like, for example, this right here, this was created at one point. This was in someone's mind. The iPhone that you have, that you're watching this video, the computer, the laptop, the TV, at some point it used to be in someone's mind. It was someone's imagination until they put it out into reality. And we all have an imagination. Some of us are a little bit more creative. Some of us kind of had the imagination, the creative light bulb, it became dim. It got a little bit destroyed. But everybody has an imagination that they can tap into. And it's very important to use and utilize your imagination, because if you have an imagination, you can freaking achieve anything. You can manifest, you can think, you can visualize anything and turn it into a reality. Whether if it's you imagining yourself in success, whether if it's you imagining yourself with the partner of your dreams, whether if it's you imagining you accomplish something, winning something, we all have imagination that we can use. And as long as you tap into your imagination, you can get very, very far in life. Now, one thing that has stopped us from tapping into imagination is scrolling. Nowadays, it's very easy for us to become very distracted because we're always scrolling. There's always something that can distract us. And then that takes away time from us for us to be able to imagine. Right? Think about this for a second. When are the times when you have the best ideas? Usually when you're calm, chilling, you're in bed, at a picnic, you're just lying down, or you're in the shower, you're doing the most calm things, and then the best ideas come into your head. And that's why it's super, super important to tap back into your imagination every single day. Non-negotiable for me. I have to meditate in the morning and also at night so that I give myself time to tap into my imagination, think about who I want to become, who I need to be, and if it can happen up here, then it can happen out here in reality. Now, the second and most important thing for you that you already have in you in order for you to become more successful is attention and focus. So we all have the ability to pay attention to something and focus. It's important for us to use this as well, right? I know there's a lot of people there that think like I'm someone who gets distracted very easily. I used to tell that to myself all the time. But there is still something, even though that you're distracted all the time, there's still something that you're focusing on all the time. Whether if that's negative thoughts that you're thinking about, there's always something that you're focusing on. And whatever you focus on, that is going to grow. Think about it like this. The world is like a bunch of grass, and your focus and attention is a bucket of water. And wherever you decide to focus on, you're going to be watering that grass, and that grass is going to be growing bigger. So if you focus on negative shit all the time, then you're only ever going to attract and get negative shit. But if you focus on positive things, then you're going to attract and get positive things. And good old Tony Robbins always says, your energy flows where your attention goes. So make sure to be very aware of what you're focusing on. What is it that you're paying attention to? Are you thinking and are you focusing on all the bad things that happen all the time? Or are you focusing on the good things that can happen? And then on top of that, are you also staying focused on what you need to do when you set a goal for yourself? Are you paying attention to what you need to do? Staying focused so that you're staying locked in so that you can get to where you want to be. And that is very important. We all have a level of focus and attention, and make sure to be very conscious and aware of what you're paying attention to. Because the more you pay attention to something, the more it's going to grow. Right? So pay attention to the things that serve you, that benefit you, that give you purpose, so that you can actually grow these positive things. Now, the third thing that is also very important that we all have is our feelings. Our feelings is very, very important because they can be a navigator, like a GPS. There's a saying that says your gut is almost like your second brain. Your feelings are very, very important. And I actually learned this recently, to tap into the gut feeling and listen to your gut feeling. A very good analogy or example that I can use is, think about a time when you were in school and a math teacher asked you, okay, they give out like some sort of like math equation, and they ask the class, what's the answer? The classroom says the answer is 7, but in your mind, you thought the answer was 6. And then you look around you and you see, oh shit, like everybody's saying 7. Oh, okay, like 7, the answer is 7. And then next thing you know, math teacher goes like, no, actually guys, the answer is not 7, it's 6. And you're like, oh, fuck, that was my original answer. Like, has that ever happened to you? It's happened to me in class, in school. I'm like, shit, I should have stuck with my gut. And then even if you were wrong and you stuck to your gut, so what? You know, I listen to your gut feeling. It tells you things. If you're in a relationship where there's something inside of you telling you like, I shouldn't be in this relationship. Or if you're in a career, something inside of you is telling you like, I shouldn't be doing this. Listen and trust your feelings, because that's a sign from you saying we shouldn't be doing this. Don't suppress the gut feeling that you have, because that's like your second brain. Your gut feeling is almost always not wrong. And even if it was, like I said, even if it was, at least you knew you listened to yourself and you trusted yourself. And what that does for you is that it raises your confidence and it raises your self-esteem, because you're listening and you're trusting yourself. The only time we don't listen to ourselves, is when we don't trust ourselves. When we don't listen to our gut feeling is because we don't trust ourselves. So those are the 3 things: imagination, focus and attention, and feelings. We all have these things inside us that can help us succeed. So make sure that you tap into what's inside of you so that you can actually start putting yourself into a better trajectory for success. Now, last but not least, little bonus, you can do all of these 3 things, but if you don't take action, it does not matter. So always make sure you take action, because action is the best execution. You can have the best imagination and you can focus on the right things, but if you don't take action, none of this matters. So a little bonus and a cherry on top, you have all 3 of these 3 things, and then make sure that you take action so that you can achieve the success that you want to achieve. If you guys find value in this, give me a like, comment, share, subscribe. Click this over here for video that I actually just posted, my latest video. It was one of my most viewed videos. And then click this over here for another video that YouTube is going to recommend.